Angels are conveying that I require you to rectify someone's behavior on my behalf today. Not your brother or sister, I require you to confront the adversary of your spirit. As you embark on your daily responsibilities, take a moment to remind the adversary of his complete defeat. He believes that without a reminder, the task will not be accomplished. Therefore, please assist him by reminding him of the keys I have provided to you. Merely shake the keys in his presence, as he is unable to possess them or acquire them from you. Ensure your faith in God today, proclaims the Father. Have confidence in your God, for living for me is not a self-destructive endeavor. I have assigned you to a feasible conflict and provided you with all essential resources. The angel supply lines remain intact, and your last preparations are nearing completion. Embrace your faith and draw forth my word, observing the fear in the eyes of your adversary. Confront terror with the carefree joy of one concealed in the sanctuary of the Most High. Delight, repose, recuperate, and be revitalized as I enhance my presence within you today. God inquires today if you are aware that you already possess what you have yet to request. I am already aware of what it is. I simply take pleasure in hearing you request it. Proceed with your inquiry. Request those matters that religious ideologies would prohibit. Request those aspirations that narrow-minded individuals and unyielding hearts have abandoned. Do you perceive the subtle, quiet voice? It consistently reiterates a single word, yes. I affirm the longing of your heart. I instilled that yearning, the essence of that hunger within you. Why would I decline? Advance towards your affirmation, as proclaimed by the Father. Embrace my affirmation today. Affirmative is the one response I possess for you. You have not perceived it due to the presence of other voices that require suppression. May sheep recognize my voice. Therefore, embody your inherent nature as a sheep and transition into a realm of declaration where my will is proclaimed, decreed, and subsequently manifests as reality in your life right today. God inquires today whether you desire to triumph or simply endure. If your objective is merely to reach the finish line, you have surrendered to the adversary. An existence devoid of fulfillment is joyless. I desire your happiness to be complete. I shall place the garland of honor upon you and confer the reward this season exclusively for you. Maintain a resolute determination and unwavering persistence, even if others in your circumstances are capitulating. Do not feign ignorance of the enemy's presence. He enjoys deterring you from conflict. That is how Satan obstructs you from the triumph I have secured for your life. Rouse yourself and dismiss timidity. Approach the adversary directly and confront him assertively with the assurance of my commitment. The identity of his supporters is irrelevant, as I am aligned with you. The Father asserts that our unity constitutes a majority, rendering the adversary powerless. Angels proclaim that today I shall facilitate your prosperity. You have not yet reached your destination, and you are aware of this fact. However, I will ensure your prosperity along the procedure. Engage actively in my kingdom with unwavering confidence and delight, assured of my presence with you. I accompanied you at the outset and will be present, waving the checkered flag and applauding your success at the finish line. Your selected objective and triumph is not a matter of if, but rather when, and it is nearer than you may perceive. The Father commands not to yield. Do not succumb to fatigue, conjecture, or intimidation. Submit to tranquility, and in your consciousness, allocate space on your shelf for the victor's crown that shall belong to you in life and forever. Persevere, commands the Father. Remain steadfast. Continue progressing, for this sport has significant ramifications. Your time is not being squandered. You will succeed, and circumstances will change moving forward. Today, God conveys that faith, patience, and endurance guarantee your triumph. Patience will enable you to triumph against the adversary of your spirit, as he possesses none. The devil possesses no patience, asserts the Father. He will relent and depart when you refuse to succumb. Find solace in me and in the endurance I provide you. Find solace in the grace I provide to exhibit bravery and optimism when others flee in fear. Enter now into a novel realm and experience. Do not fear the unknown, for it is a gift that I unveil, eliciting exclamations of surprise from the angels. Experience astonishment via love, grace, and the comprehensive extent of my blessings, declares the Father. The struggle against your faith and confidence will diminish as you transition from a mere desire for survival to a resolute commitment to achieve a breakthrough. God declares that my favor is not equitable. I have designated you as the recipient of my favor and you are acknowledged. Notwithstanding any objections, I have resolved to bestow the dividends of my favor upon your life. The adversary lacks any means to approach you, asserts the Father, for unlike Job, you possess an advocate. The Father asserts that we cannot be divided, for I reside within you and you within me. Approach me. Arrive with expectation and anticipation, and you will consistently receive a warm welcome with each visit. Do not squander the benefits that accompany your confidence. Gaze into my eyes. Adore that which I cherish. Safeguard that which I cherish and retain that which I adore. My affection is directed at you. The Father implores, allow me to love you. I cannot alter, modify, or rectify until you have completely embraced the entirety of my love in your life. Maintain your confidence and await the realization of all that religious ideologies may reject. The Father proclaims, I love you. I support you. I submit myself to you today. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks for my financial help. God declares that when He observes you now, He perceives the Lamb. I observe the Lamb that was sacrificed from the inception of the world. Before your ability to select between good and evil, I facilitated your purification, designated you as my cherished one. I have no interest in engaging with sin. I possess no interest in your transgression. I am resolutely committed to disregarding your transgressions, having eradicated them via the sacrifice of the cross 2 millennia ago. The Father declares, proceed with your life, go and sin no more. This is feasible and, rather than a directive, it is a commitment. The Father asserts that you were destined for greatness, not for wrongdoing. Maintain your focus and avoid distractions. You are superior to this. You are my cherished one, the focus of my devotion, the reason I sent my Son to suffer and perish on the cross. Unless you see your worth as I do, sin will dominate you and taint your happiness. Release. Grant forgiveness. Discharge. Blessed. Proceed. Embrace freedom. Today marks your liberation and emancipation. Jesus Christ asserts that what others deem audacious assumption, He regards as rightful boldness. Humility is not synonymous with shyness. Exhibit audacity in your approach and possess unwavering confidence in accessing my throne. I did not contact you to flatter or beg in my presence. The adversary desires you to act this because he possesses no legitimacy in my courts. Rise. Revitalize yourself. Obtain the robe of entitlement granted to you by the purchase of the cross in my presence. The Father asserts that it is time to transcend the less than mentality and embrace the more than enough reality. You are aware that you do not pose a significant challenge to my mercy and grace, correct? Your perception of your mischievousness and disarray does not test my patience whatsoever. I have encountered incidents far more reprehensible than you could ever conceive. If I establish the foundation of my church upon the ashes of the shame of the Apostle Paul, who saw himself as the foremost of sinners, how much more will I utilize you, my beloved? Provide me with your cooperation now, and we shall navigate these matters together toward a new era and enhanced utility inside my realm. God proclaims that today, His tranquil assurance shall be your source of strength. I exist where my word resides. By permitting my word to develop and mature within you, there will be no necessity to react, panic, or respond to circumstances that contradict my promise in your life. Esteemed, on this day, permit the essence of my strength to transform into the iron of your resolve, the flint of your conviction, and the unwavering determination to prevent any obstacle or individual from disrupting the tranquility I have granted you at this moment. You are both a principality and a sovereign entity. You are indeed more than a principality and power, and more than a conqueror, yet, I must gradually instill the kingdom attitude in you while eliminating the restrictive religious dogma that has permeated your surroundings. Rest in me, declares the Father, and observe your adversaries descend like stones cast into the tumultuous waters of my justice. Angels proclaim today to remain undistracted by the adversary's wrath, but instead to be enthralled by my love. My capability to provide is equaled solely by my proficiency in liberating you from the wrath of the adversary. Why would you lend credence to the squad that lost? Asks the Father. My DNA within you is the essence of innate victory. Eliminate all concerns. Eliminate any apprehension. No longer shall there be contemplation or lamentation over issues that will neither locate you nor constrain you, nor deprive you of what I have granted. Revitalize yourself, commands the Father. Free yourself from the grasp of the python spirit that seeks to deprive you of what I sacrificed my life to you. I am positioned between you and disaster, and I am exposing the strength of my right hand on your behalf. The struggle of faith is entirely devoid of fairness. I will place my foot on the enemy's neck and remain there, laughing, while you relentlessly assault him. The Father declares, you win. Cease your concerns. God speaks now. I desire for you to not merely draw from my kingdom, but to walk, reside, act, and exist inside it. I seek not a sporadic visit, I have offered you a residence for a permanent dwelling. Dearest, I have granted you a realm of permanence that others have merely traversed momentarily. I desire for you to not only enter into my glory but also to establish residency and submit a permanent change of address. I am granting you complete access to the magnificence that others have merely borrowed to achieve miracles and breakthroughs. I am not a deity that restrains. I am not a deity that constrains, mocks, or denies you in any kind. Denial and rejection are the actions of the adversary and do not reflect my essence. Today, the Father instructs us to enter. Enter into eternal residence and complete entitlement in my kingdom, for that is your inheritance, secured by my crucifixion and affirmed in the splendor of the resurrection. God conveys today that He desires you not merely to extract from His kingdom, but to inhabit, exist, and operate within it. I seek not a sporadic visit, I have offered you a residence for a permanent dwelling. Dearest, I have granted you a realm of permanence that others have only temporarily inhabited. I desire for you to not only enter into my glory but also to establish residency and submit a permanent change of address. I am granting you complete access to the magnificence that others have merely borrowed to achieve miracles and breakthroughs. I am not a deity that restrains. I am not a deity that constrains, mocks, or denies you in any kind. Denial and rejection are the actions of the adversary and do not reflect my essence. Today, the Father instructs us to enter. Enter into eternal residence and complete entitlement in my kingdom, for it is your inheritance, secured by the sacrifice of the cross and confirmed in the glory of the resurrection. God instructs us to prioritize the pursuit of the kingdom over the distractions of urgency. When you prioritize the kingdom, it is impossible for all seemingly vital matters not to be bestowed upon you. From the depths of my faithfulness, I will rejuvenate you and simply provide what is lacking from a state of tranquility rather than strife. The Father invites you to emerge from burdens and weight into an easy yoke, for I am your source and provider of all necessary provisions in your life. The coils of the spirit of Python represent burdens of concern and anxiety for matters that will not affix themselves to your existence if you prioritize pursuing the kingdom in all aspects. The Torah is infallible, dear one. I am the deity who proclaimed, "Whosoever will," and I am the deity who declared, "Come unto me and rest." I place no value on effort, delay, or denial. That is not what has been instructed, yet, endeavor to embrace the unequivocal testimony of my word. The Father proclaims, "This is your day. This is the day of repose, during which I encompass you within myself and shelter you in my eternal embrace." Before the video ends, I just want you to share this video with your friends and family. The angels proclaim that you are not marginalized in my kingdom today. While others may disregard you, I regard you as the apple of my eye. Although human favor is ephemeral, my favor envelopes you like a shield when your colleagues abandon you, seemingly oblivious to the agony and struggles you endure. Grant forgiveness. Let go. Bestow blessings upon them and elevate your gaze, for I am poised to introduce a transformative abundance into your life that will fundamentally alter your existing circumstances. The Father states, "I establish the solitary within families." You have contemplated the true nature of your friendships, as some who celebrated your successes were absent during difficult times. The Father states that they did not alter their hearts, rather, they merely disclosed their true nature all along. Grant forgiveness. Let go. Bestow blessings and proceed. I am presenting partnerships characterized by the essence of, "I will never leave you, I will never forsake you." You will be recognized and cherished by your potential in Christ. Changes are occurring. Maintain a flexible grip on all matters. Anticipate the emergence of a novel society within the school of the Spirit. Today, God declares that His word within you embodies confidence. My term signifies confidence, acceptance, and endorsement. I embrace you without reservation. I stated that I accept you unconditionally and am indifferent to others' opinions on the matter. What aspect of the cross do these religious malefactors fail to comprehend? I love you wholly, and the extent of my being is immeasurable, hence, my love for you is beyond quantification. Moreover, my affection is renewed each morning, in case you were curious. Dearest, I not only accept you but have also made my approval attainable for you. Cease your excessive efforts and fully accept the role I have assigned to you, recognizing it as your vocation within the kingdom. Furthermore, I have made not only my permission accessible, but with my approval also comes entitlement and authorization. Understand that my objective is to facilitate your complete awareness of my acceptance, to provide you with a comprehensive experience of your entitlement within my kingdom, and to propel you from a state of simple authority to total and absolute authorization as my cherished sons and daughters. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video. God proclaims today, "Beloved, do not be disheartened. Do not despair, for my intention for you is to triumph and witness the anguish of your spirit." The adversary will deplete himself in futility to undermine your existence or to inflict harm upon you. The angel designated to you perpetually observes my countenance. He will forcibly remove the adversary from your life, bound in chains and resisting vehemently. I am reversing time and nullifying conditions you believed would hinder your progress in my promise. I am with you and will never abandon or forsake you. This defines the essence of your life on your journey with me. Embrace my promises wholeheartedly and prioritize my plan. I will propel you into successive achievements, allowing you to experience the magnitude of my faithfulness and the abundance of my blessings in your life. God proclaims that estrangements in relationships are concluding. Initiate the action. Express affection unreservedly. Bestow your affection upon the angry and the resentful. Extend your benevolence to individuals unwilling to move on from the past. Grant forgiveness. Discharge, bestow. The Father asserts, "I will intervene in the situation. I am currently kneading their hearts with my hands." Permit my intellect and my emotions to embody your intellect and your emotions during this period. It is time to dismantle the iron bars and brass gates that others have imposed upon you through their cruelty and pettiness. The Father proclaims that today is a new day. A day of elevation, modesty, affection, compassion, softness. This constitutes your arsenal of innovations. The seed shall be planted. The delicate sprouts will be irrigated. The blossom, bud, and fruit will emerge, and you will facilitate redemptive breakthroughs for future generations, as the affliction of lovelessness is being eradicated, positioning you as the first fruits of this new period. Be strong. Be of good courage. Make the initial move, expecting nothing. Let your testimony be, "I love you, no strings attached." Let your resolution be, "I'm going to love you and there is nothing you can do about it." Love never fails, beloved. Never step out of love. Move toward them in love and see love's dividend manifest in healing, restoration, and liberty. God says today that I am not willing for you to live without joy, without the fullness of joy. Beyond all efforts to put a positive spin on negative circumstances, know this, says the Father: you will not have to talk yourself into the highest heart's desire or greatest dream fulfilled. My resolute intention for your existence is joy, an ineffable joy imbued with my grandeur, radiating the divine essence. The Father assures you that no impediment, condition, or someone in your life can diminish the complete spectrum of joy, liberty, and freedom that He has granted you. Do not worry about the little demands of the urgent and critical, for there is no emergency, states the Father. I am there and attentive, and nothing in your life surprises me. The Father implores, trust me. Rest in my vigilant oversight of your life. Today presents an opportunity to recognize and comprehend the entirety of your finest aspirations and the realization of your greatest dreams. The Father declares, this is my purpose. This is the conduit via which my character is altering and molding you into my likeness. The Father proclaims that you shall possess everything, as that is my essence and purpose. Throughout this process, my kingdom shall manifest, and all your fervent desires will be realized in the present moment.